In this video, we are going to study some questions based on midpoint formula, and afterwards we will be solving some questions based on section formula. So this is the first question. The position vectors of three consecutive vertices of a parallelogram are given, and the question is find the position vector of the fourth vertex. So I have drawn a parallelogram here, parallelogram ABCD, and I have joined the points A and C. So AC is the diagonal and BD is diagonal as well. So in this question, we are going to use the property of parallelogram, that is the diagonals of a parallelogram, they bisect each other. So M is midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD. So what is given is position vector of A is I plus J plus K. That means coordinates of A are 1, 1, 1. Coordinates of B are, position vector is I plus 3J plus 5K. So the coordinates are 1, 3, 5. And coordinates of C are 7, 9, 11. So we have position vectors or coordinates of three consecutive points. Now we have to find out D. So let's take D as X, Y and Z. Now M is midpoint, since M is midpoint of diagonal, M is midpoint of diagonals AC and BD. Therefore, by midpoint formula, midpoint of BD and midpoint of AC is same. So midpoint of BD is x plus 1 divided by 2. Y coordinate is y plus 3 upon 2. And Z coordinate is Z plus 5 upon 2. So this is midpoint of BD. And it is same as midpoint of AC, which is 1 plus 7 divided by 2. Y coordinate is 1 plus 9 upon 2 and 1 plus 11 divided by 2. Now to find x, y and z, let's equate x coordinates. Therefore, we have x plus 1 upon 2. X coordinate here is 8 upon 2. So without writing it as 4, I am writing it as 8 by 2 so that I can cancel this 2. So value of x will be 8 minus 1. So that is 7. So we have x coordinate of D as 7. Now equating the y coordinates, y plus 3 upon 2 equal to 10 upon 2. So again cancel this 2. So y is 10 minus 3 and this is also 7. And for z coordinates, we have z plus 5 divided by 2 is 12 by 2. Cancelling this 2, z is 12 minus 5, which is 7 again. Therefore, the coordinates of D are x, y, z, that is 7, 7, 7. So, using the property of parallelogram and using midpoint formula, we can find the fourth vertex D. Now the next question is prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if and only if its diagonals bisect each other. So again I have drawn a parallelogram here, but now I have taken this point as O. So OACB is a parallelogram. What we have to prove that it is a parallelogram if and only if its diagonals bisect each other. That means first of all we have to consider this quadrilateral as a parallelogram and we have to prove that the diagonals bisect each other. And we have to prove the converse also, that is considering that the diagonals of quadrilateral bisect each other, we have to prove that it is a parallelogram. Okay. So let's take this OACB as a parallelogram. So consider parallelogram OACB. Now instead of taking ABCD, I have taken it as OACB because I have taken this vertex as origin. So you can consider like this also, so that the calculation part will be more easy. So I am considering this O as origin. So let A bar, B bar and C bar be position vectors of vertices A, B and C. Of vertices A, B, C respectively. Now as it is a parallelogram, we can apply parallelogram law of addition. Therefore, by parallelogram law of addition, by parallelogram law of addition, we have the diagonal OC bar equal to the sum of the adjacent sides having the same initial vector as OC. So OC bar is equal to OA bar plus OB bar. But since we have taken O as origin and OC bar is C bar, as we have taken C bar as position vector of C, so we have C bar equal to A bar plus B bar. Remember, we have to prove that the diagonals bisect each other. That means we have to prove that this point of intersection M of the diagonals AB and OC is midpoint of both the diagonals. So let's divide both sides by 2. So dividing both sides by 2, right hand side becomes A bar plus B bar upon 2 and left hand side is C bar divided by 2, but I can write this as 0 bar plus C bar upon 2. Why I am writing like this? Because 0 bar plus C bar upon 2 is a position vector of midpoint of OC and A bar plus B bar upon 2 is position vector of midpoint of AB, and by the equality it is one and the same point. So here 0 bar plus C bar upon 2 is midpoint of position vector of midpoint of OC equal to position vector of midpoint of AB. So by the equality it is one and the same point, therefore M is midpoint of OC and AB both. Therefore the diagonals bisect each other. Therefore the diagonals bisect each other. Now the converse is we have to consider a quadrilateral and we have to consider that the diagonals bisect each other. Conversely, let diagonals of quadrilateral OACB bisect each other. So we are considering the same diagram. That means what? They bisect each other. That means position vector of midpoint of OC is same as position vector of midpoint of AB. Now position vector of midpoint of OC is 0 bar plus C bar upon 2 and position vector of midpoint of AB is A bar plus B bar upon 2. Now we can cancel this 2 and 0 bar plus C bar is C bar, that is equal to A bar plus B bar. So what we have is OC bar equal to OA bar plus OB bar, which is nothing but parallelogram law of addition, which is parallelogram law of addition. That means the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Therefore, quadrilateral OACB is a parallelogram. So using the property of parallelogram, we can prove this. This property can be proved using vectors. Okay, consider the next question. P and Q are midpoints of sides AB and CD of quadrilateral ABCD. If R and S are midpoints of diagonals AC and BD respectively, Then prove that quadrilateral PRQS is a parallelogram. So I have drawn the figure. So I have drawn a quadrilateral ABCD. Since it is a quadrilateral, the sides, length of the sides are not equal in any case. So I have drawn a quadrilateral. Then P is midpoint of AB, Q is midpoint of CD. Okay. Next is R is midpoint of AC. So this is AC and R is its midpoint. S is midpoint of diagonal BD. So S is midpoint of diagonal BD. And we have to prove that the quadrilateral PRQS. So PRQS is this, it is a quadrilateral now. And we have to prove that it is a parallelogram. So how we are going to prove that it is a parallelogram? So if we have to prove a quadrilateral, say ABCD as a parallelogram. So what we have to prove is, we have to prove that AB bar equal to DC bar. See, in parallelogram, what we have is opposite pair of sides. They have equal length and they are parallel. And when we consider the vector, we are proving both the properties in one equation only. So if we prove AB bar equal to DC bar, so we have equality of the vectors. That means they are parallel. And considering the magnitudes, we have AB equal to DC. So when we prove vector equation AB bar equal to DC bar, we are proving that AB bar is parallel to DC bar and their magnitudes are same. And it is enough to prove that one pair here is equal. We don't have to prove AD bar is equal to BC bar. Why? Because if we prove this, then we will be having the equation B bar minus A bar equal to C bar minus D bar. So for AD bar, what we need is D bar minus A bar. So let's write this D bar in left hand side and B bar in right hand side. So we will get AD bar equal to BC bar. So it's enough to prove that one pair of opposite sides in vector form is equal. So let's prove that. So what is given here is, first of all, let's use midpoint formula and let's write the position vectors. So for that, let's consider A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, and we have 4 more points, P bar, Q bar, R bar, S bar. Be position vectors of points A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, S respectively. Now what is given is P is midpoint of AB. So by midpoint formula, let's write all the position vectors of P, Q, R, S. So P bar is A bar plus B bar upon 2. Then we have Q bar. Q is midpoint of DC. So Q bar is equal to D bar plus C bar upon 2. Then R is midpoint of AC. So R bar is equal to A bar plus C bar upon 2. S is midpoint of BD. So S bar is equal to B bar plus D bar upon 2. Okay. So what we have to prove is PR bar is equal to SQ bar. So I am considering this pair of opposite sides. You can take any pair of opposite sides. You can take PS bar is equal to RQ bar or SP bar is equal to QR bar. So any pair will do. So let's consider PR bar and SQ bar. So to find PR bar is R bar minus P bar. R bar is A bar plus C bar upon 2 minus P bar, which is A bar plus B bar upon 2. Now subtracting this, we get A bar plus C bar minus A bar minus B bar upon 2. So this A bar minus A bar get cancelled and we have C bar minus B bar, that means it is BC bar upon 2. So we can write this as 1 by 2 into BC bar. So simplifying PR bar, we get half BC bar. So let this be equation 1. Now we have PR bar. So next one is we have to find SQ bar and we have to prove both are equal. So SQ bar equal to Q bar minus S bar. Now Q bar is D bar plus C bar upon 2. D bar plus C bar upon 2 minus S bar, which is B bar plus D bar upon 2. So that is D bar plus C bar minus B bar minus D bar upon 2. So D bar minus D bar get cancelled. And this is also BC bar upon 2. That means half BC bar. So let this be equation number 2. So we have started with SQ bar. Therefore, from 1 and 2, we have PR bar equal to SQ bar. Therefore, PR parallel to SQ and PR equal to SQ. Now, if we write this as R bar minus P bar is equal to Q bar minus S bar, to write the second pair, and if we write this as R bar minus Q bar is equal to P bar minus S bar, we get QR bar is equal to SP bar. QR bar equal to SP bar. So again we have QR parallel to SP and QR equal to SP. So the quadrilateral, therefore the quadrilateral PRQS is a parallelogram. So this is the proof, application of midpoint formula. Consider one more application of midpoint formula, that is to prove that the median of a trapezium is parallel to the parallel sides of the trapezium and its length is half the sum of the parallel sides. So consider this trapezium A, B, C, D, where I have taken the parallel sides as AD and BC. So AD is parallel to BC, M is midpoint of AB and N is midpoint of CD. So Mn becomes median of the trapezium. So what we have to prove is median of the trapezium is parallel to the parallel sides. So median Mn is parallel to AD and parallel to BC and length is half the sum of the parallel sides. And we have to prove that Mn is equal to half AD plus BC. Okay. So let's take, first of all, let's consider quadrilateral. Let quadrilateral ABCD be a trapezium. Then we have taken M and N as midpoints of the sides AB and CD. Those sides are not parallel. Let M and N be midpoints of sides AB and CD respectively. So to prove that Mn parallel to AB parallel to CD and Mn is equal to half sum of the parallel sides, that is AD plus BC. So this we have to prove. So for that, let's take the position vectors of the vertices as A bar, B bar, C bar and D bar. So let A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, and we have two more points M and N. So M bar and N bar be position vectors of the points A, B, C, D, M and N respectively. Now M and N are midpoints of the sides, so we can use midpoint formula. by midpoint formula, m bar equal to a bar plus b bar upon 2 and n bar is equal to c bar plus d bar upon 2, or we can write d bar plus c bar upon 2. Now let's find the median, that is mn bar. Mn bar equal to n bar minus m bar. N bar is c bar plus d bar upon 2 minus m bar, that is a bar plus b bar upon 2, which is, since the denominator is same, c bar plus d bar minus a bar minus b bar. So what we want is AD plus BC. So if we take d bar minus a bar together, we can write it as AD bar. So let's write this d bar minus a bar term together, and the remaining two terms are c bar minus b bar, which is bc bar now. So that is AD bar plus bc bar divided by 2. So we can write it as 1 by 2 into AD bar plus BC bar. So let this be equation 1. But here we have Mn bar as sum of these two vectors, but it doesn't mean that Mn is parallel to AD and BC. Okay, so how to prove it? Now AD is parallel to BC, since AD parallel to BC. Parallel means the vectors are collinear. Therefore, AD bar is equal to some m times BC bar. So, if we have collinear vectors, then one vector is scalar multiple of the other. So, as AD and BC are parallel, so AD bar is equal to scalar multiple of BC bar. So, for m belongs to R, we have AD bar equal to m BC bar. So, let's substitute in equation 1. So, equation 1 becomes Mn bar equal to half AD bar, which is now m BC bar plus BC bar, and taking BC bar common, we have this as m plus 1 upon 2 BC bar. See, now here we have Mn bar is equal to some real number, m plus 1 by 2 is a real number multiplied by BC bar. That means Mn bar is a scalar multiple of BC bar. Therefore, Mn and BC are collinear. That means Mn is parallel to BC. But BC is already parallel to AD. So, Mn, BC and AD are parallel vectors. And from equation 1, now we can consider the length. And from equation 1, magnitude of Mn bar is Mn, which is half, and here consider the magnitudes. We have half AD plus BC equals to Mn. So this is the proof. Therefore, median of a trapezium is parallel to the parallel sides, and its length is half the sum of the parallel sides. The next question is, a point with position vector minus 14i plus 39j plus 28k upon 5 divides the line segment joining the points A minus 165 and B with position vector B bar in the ratio 3:2. Find B bar and coordinates of B. So this is a question of section formula. So the point which divides the line segment AB, the position vector is given and the ratio is also given. So AB is divided by this point, say P, in the ratio 3:2. So P bar is by section formula 3B bar plus 2A bar upon 3 plus 2. So 3B bar plus 2A bar divided by 3 plus 2. Now let's substitute the given values. So given value is position vector of P is given, that is minus 14i plus 39j plus 28k divided by 5 equal to 3b bar plus 2a bar. A bar is given as we know position vector of that is coordinates of A, so we can write the position vector. So it is minus I plus 6j plus 5k. So minus I plus 6j plus 5k upon 5. We have to find out b bar. So we can cancel this 5. Now to find b bar, let's write this term with a bar in left hand side. So we have minus 14I plus 39j plus 28k minus 2 into minus I plus 6j plus 5k, and this is now 3b bar. So let's solve this. 39j plus 28k, and multiplying each term here by minus 2, we have plus 2i minus 12j minus 10k, and it is equal to 3b bar. Now let's consider term in I cap. So it is minus 14i plus 2i, which gives us minus 12 I cap. Then term in j is 39j minus 12k. So that will be 27j. And term in k is 28k minus 10k. That means 18k equal to 3b bar. See here we can divide each term by 3. So dividing each term by 3 we get b bar. So dividing here by 3, 3 4s are 12, 3 9s are 27, and 3 6s are 18. So we have b bar as minus 4i plus 9j plus 6k. Therefore b bar equal to minus 4i cap plus 9j cap plus 6k cap, and coordinates of b are minus 4, 9, 6. Okay. Now let's consider this question. If a bar, b bar, c bar are position vectors of points a, b and c respectively, such that 3a bar plus 5b bar equal to 8c bar, then find the ratio in which c divides ab and a divides bc. So in the previous question we have given the ratio, and here we have to find the ratio in which the points c divides ab. So for that let's study section formula again, and then let's solve this question. So the section formula is, if point R divides AB in the ratio m as to n, then R bar is mb bar plus na bar upon m plus n. So here we have the ratio m as to n, m plus n, and how we have to write this? M into position vector of the final point plus n into position vector of the initial point. So m into position vector of final point or terminal point, and n into position vector of initial point, divided by, here in the denominator we should have sum of these two numbers, m plus n. Okay, considering this, let's solve this question. So remember again, first of all we have to write the position vector of the final point, then position vector of the initial point, and in the denominator we should have sum of these two numbers if it is internal division, and if it is external division, in between we should have minus sign. Okay, so let's study this. So here what we have is, first of all we have to find the ratio in which c divides ab. So point of division is c, so we have to write c bar in one side and the remaining two vectors a bar and b bar in the other side. So the given equation is like that only. So we have 8c bar is equal to 3a bar plus 5b bar. So now let's write the position vector of the point of division. Point of division is C. Its position vector is C bar equal to, so to write C bar we have to divide by 8. So divide by 8 here. And point C divides AB. So final point is B here. So B bar should be written first. So let's interchange these two terms. So we can write this as 5b bar plus 3a bar. Okay. So first of all we have written the position vector of final point and then initial point. Okay. And the one more step is that in the denominator it should be sum of these two coefficients if it is internal division, and if it is external division then in between we should have minus sign. So this 8 we can write it as 5 plus 3. Why? Because see here, now if we write like this, now we have mb bar plus na bar upon m plus n, the same numbers. That means C divides AB plus means internally, and the ratio is 5:3. Therefore C divides AB internally in the ratio m is 5 and n is 3, 5:3. Okay, let's solve the second question. In the second question, now point of division is A. That means A bar should be written in one side and the position vectors B bar and C bar, they should be written in the other side. So let's write the equation like that. So we have now 3A bar equal to 8C bar minus 5B bar. See here, term in A bar is written in left hand side, and the terms having B bar and C bar, they are written in the other side. So A bar is now 8C bar minus 5B bar upon 3. So A divides BC, that means final point is C. So we have to write C bar first, and that is our equation. So no need to interchange, we have written C bar first only. Now the denominator part. Here we have the coefficients as 8 and minus 5, and their sum is 3 only. So write this 3 as 8 minus 5. Now this is in the form of section formula for external division, as we have minus sign in between. And the ratio is 8:5. Minus means external division. Therefore A divides BC externally in the ratio 8:5. Okay. So this is your assignment. Two questions are given. First question is, prove that the line segments joining the midpoints of adjacent sides of a quadrilateral form a parallelogram. That means a quadrilateral is given. Consider this quadrilateral, say ABCD. We have to prove that the line segment joining the midpoints of the quadrilateral. So take midpoints of quadrilateral as PQRS, and we have to prove that quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. So write P bar, Q bar, R bar and S bar using midpoint formula, and prove that PQ bar is equal to SR bar. So it's enough to prove PQ bar equal to SR bar to prove that quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. And the second question is, the position vectors of points ABC are A bar, B bar, C bar, and equation is given 7A bar plus 2B bar equal to 9C bar. Using this equation, we have to find the ratios in which C divides AB, B divides AC, and A divides BC. So it is just like the question given in the video. So you can solve it. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.